Everyone, I've gotten 1,001 questions about this, so I figured I would just do it and film it and talk you all through it. So, doing isometrics, everyone's favorite topic. I'm doing a split squat isometric. I'm going to be holding this for about 25-30 seconds. The idea behind it is an isometric can help with the tendon aspect of the muscle tendon unit because my fibers are contracting, but they're not changing length. The idea is that it's now putting constant tension without change in fascicle length on the tendon, causing a signal to create remodeling. That's the idea behind it. Now, when I do my isometrics, I like to have hand-supported movements. I like to go fairly heavy, and I don't go into deep positions. So I'll stay right about here. So I kind of count in my head. And what I'm focusing on is keeping the weight in the middle of my foot or my forefoot, not my heel, because I want to be almost driving back this way, contracting through my quad, obviously. And I can sit here and actually kind of think about, okay, am I feeling my quad contract? Am I getting too far back? I want to stay in a nice, upright, semi-forward position. What I mean by semi, because, well, you're in a split lunge, so you're only so upright as you can be. As you feel it, it starts to work a little bit. Holding it, and I want my hands here for stability. Again, I'm not having my heel elevated, but my, you can start to feel it in my voice. You can hear it. I want to have it in my forefoot. And you get a real-time experience of some of the effort. Okay, I have no idea how long that was. We'll switch legs. Holding front leg out in front, no crap, front leg out in front, duh. But weight in the front of the foot, contracting through the quad. You'll feel your glute and your hamstring activate as well. There is some co-contraction aspect. Breathe. I've never done this while I'm talking. It's a lot harder than I expected. Probably should have picked a lighter weight. You notice I don't like deep ranges of motion. I kind of stay upright. For me, it typically works better that way in this bent knee position. I don't like to be in a deep split lunge for some reason. It doesn't really agree with me. Woo! So that was not easy, but let's talk about that a little bit. When you're doing an isometric, you want to make sure you're breathing constantly, not holding your breath, somewhat relaxed through the non-active muscles of your body. I'm trying to catch my breath and think at the same time. I did not plan this far ahead. And also what's happening is you're getting an occlusion. So here are my muscle fibers right here. And when they lock in like that, it actually clamps some of the blood vessels. When it traps the blood in there inside the muscle. And what happens then is that when you're done with the contraction, the muscle, relaxes and the blood comes out, but all those metabolites that were locked in there or stayed in there. And then when it opens, they go out through the body and it gets involved with different chemoreceptors in the body. And that's why your breath rate will pick up quite a bit after the isometric. You'll start to have that catecholamine response after it because those signals almost kind of like locked in a cage and it's released and all of a sudden it's a big flood of activation, which is some of the theory behind why it's potent as an activator for the body because it induces such a large wave of chemical response all at once. You think about like contracting your bicep doing curls or bench press. There is some rhythmic aspect to it. The muscle is producing the muscle pumping function, which it's so well known for in regards to circulating blood throughout the body. But in isometric, not necessarily the case. You have a locked muscle, which is almost kind of like blood flow restriction-ish training in that regard. And there could arguably be some parallels through there. The point is, that's how I do my isometrics. I'll typically do 1 to 3 sets. I'll do another set with you guys here. Find a nice, comfortable position. Stability and safety is always number one. Being locked in, messing with the weight on your foot before you get started. And we hold. My hands are just here for support. I have no idea how long I'm holding this for. I only want to go, sometimes the study says 45 seconds. I'll mix it up. Sometimes I'll do 15, sometimes 30, sometimes maybe a whole minute. Obviously, different weights when I'm doing that. I'm not doing this heavy of a weight for a whole minute. That'd be kind of a lot. But you get the idea. So I like this upright position. My back foot isn't as much of a concern as much as my front foot. So sometimes you'll see it bent a little bit. Sometimes you'll see it long. It's not really planned as much as it is just trying to get this front foot in a good, comfortable position. This movement has done me a lot of good. It's really helped with some knee pain I've had. I really like the positional stability it builds. I like the way you can load it. It's something I need to start doing more of. Again, I really got into them when I had Dakota here. We were training a lot and doing a lot of single leg work. And I've been kind of neglecting that. And I need to get back to doing it. Friendly reminder as I do this. So, woo! Wow. You see now I'm out of breath. Heart rate picks up. Harder to think through all this stuff. Not easy, not fun, but it is a good, useful method. Just a tool like any method. It's not the end all be all. It's not the only exercise you should do. It's just something that can be used with a purpose and a reason at the right time. I sometimes do it at the beginning of my workouts, or at the end of my workouts. I don't know the exact specifics as to which one is best. Sometimes I like it as a warm-up. As I'm out of breath here, contemplating and reflecting on the difficulty of trying to talk through isometrics while doing them. So I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you for following, subscribing, helping grow this page. It means a lot. And I'm excited to keep these things rolling for y'all.